Hello. Uh, Today I'm gonna go out of my kind of comfort zone. I'm gonna react to the first presidential debate that took place like a week ago, and yeah, I have no say in. I can't vote in America, but as an outsider, I would like to kind of react. So, this is a clip from YouTube with the best bits from that debate. You will see. Here we go.
And since I've changed the law, what's happened? I've changed it in a way that now you're in a situation where there are 40% fewer people coming across the border illegally. It's better than when he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, we had the safest border in the history of our country.
That $2 trillion tax cut benefited the very wealthy. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. Billionaires in America. And what's happening? They're in a situation where they, in fact, pay 8.2% in taxes. If they just paid 24%, 25%, either one of those numbers, they'd raise $500 billion, I should say, in a 10-year period. We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare because all of these people are coming in. They're putting them on Medicare. They're putting them on Social Security. They're going to destroy Social Security. This man is going to single-handedly destroy Social Security. As far as the abortion is concerned, it is now back with the states. The states are voting. In many cases, it's frankly a very liberal decision. In many cases, it's the opposite. But they're voting, and it's bringing it back to the vote of the people, which is what everybody wanted, including the founders, if they knew about this issue, which, frankly, they didn't. But they would have. Everybody wanted brought back. Ronald Reagan wanted it brought back. He wasn't able to get it. Everybody wanted it brought back, and many presidents had tried to get it back. I was the one to do it. And again, this gives it the vote of the people, and that's where they wanted it. And just 1 second, he said we killed 3 people.
Well, I gotta pause a bit. I don't know really what to say so far, but I mean, people in the States, do you really think that Donald Trump is serious? I mean, Joe Biden he's old, and it's starting to show. But so far I feel like he he discusses things, but Donald Trump only, I'm the best. I did that. I'm the best all the time. But is he really? Let's continue.
The people we killed are al-Baghdadi and Soleimani, the 2 greatest terrorists, biggest terrorists anywhere in the world. And it had a huge impact on everything, not just border, on everything. He's the one that killed people with the bad water.
Yeah. You see what I mean? Always, I did. But
putting hundreds of thousands of people dying and also killing our citizens when they come in. We are living right now in a rat's nest. They're killing our people in New York, in California, in every state in the Union, because we don't have borders anymore. Every state is now a border.
I went to the World War II cemetery, World War I cemetery he refused to go to. He was standing with his four-star general, and he told me, he said, I don't want to go in there because they're a bunch of losers and suckers. My son was not a loser, was not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser.
President Trump?
First of all, that was a made-up quote, suckers and losers. They made it up. It was in a third-rate magazine that's failing, like many of these magazines. He made that up. He put it in commercials. We've notified him. We had 19 people that said I didn't say it. And think of this. Who would say I'm at a cemetery or I'm talking about our veterans? Because nobody's taken better care. I'm so glad this came up, and he brought it up. There's nobody that's taken better care of our soldiers than I have. To think that I would, in front of generals and others, say suckers and losers. We have 19 people that said it was never said by me. It was made up by him, just like Russia was made up, just like the 51 intelligence agents are made up, just like the new thing with the 16 economists are talking. It's the same thing. 51 intelligence agents said that the laptop was Russia disinformation. It wasn't. That came from his son, Hunter. It wasn't Russia disinformation. He made up the suckers and losers, so he should apologize to me right now.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that statement that Donald Trump supposedly said this thing, which I really hope he didn't, because, I mean, you don't say that whenever, wherever. But I think that statement came from kind of one of Donald Trump's old generals or something. I don't know.
Now,
Four-star general standing to your side who was on your staff who said you said it.
Yeah.
Period. That's number one. And number two, the idea that I have to apologize to you for anything along the line. We've done more for veterans than any president has in American history. The crimes that you are still charged with, and think of all the civil penalties you have. How many billions of dollars do you owe in civil penalties for molesting a woman in public, for doing a whole range of things, of having sex with a porn star on the night while your wife was pregnant? I mean, what are you talking about? You have the morals of an alley cat.
Oh, okay. Well, I gotta say it again. Joe Biden might be a bit slower and he stumbles on the words and stuff, but I mean, you can't deny that he's right about this. If it's true or not, I don't care. That's not my decision to make, you know. But he's been in front of a jury, and he was found guilty, you know. And also, that's just one of the cases. I think it's kind of weird. I know that Donald Trump people say that it's Joe Biden's people who are making this happen, but in the other hand, Joe Biden's son has also been found guilty. And why didn't Joe Biden's people make it go away? You know, if he has that power. Whatever.
Give you a minute, sir.
I didn't have sex with a porn star.
And the idea that he's talking about all this being fabricated, we saw with our own eyes. We saw what happened on January 6th. We saw the people breaking through the windows. We saw people occupying his own vice president. Look, there's a reason why 40 of his 44 top cabinet officers refused to endorse him this time. His vice president hasn't endorsed him this time. So why?
Yeah, I wonder why as well. I mean, there's a lot of people that used to work for Trump that do not want to touch him you know. And yeah, yeah, that's
Why? They know him well. They serve with him. Why are they not endorsing him? And by the way, with regard to prescription drugs, one company agreed that they would reduce the price to $35, which I was calling for, one, voluntarily. I made sure every company in the world, every pharmaceutical company, cannot have to pay.
Thank you.
And by the way, those 15 Nobel laureates he talked about being phony, those 15 Nobel laureates, economists, they all said that if Trump is reelected, we're likely to have a recession and inflation is going to increasingly go up. And by the way, worst president in history, 159 presidential scholars voted him the worst president in the history of the United States of America.
What do you say to voters who have concerns about your capabilities to serve?
Well, I took 2 tests, cognitive tests. I aced them, both of them, as you know. We made it public. He took none. I'd like to see him take one, just one, a real easy one. Like go through the first 5 questions. He couldn't do it. But I took 2 cognitive tests. I took physical exams every year. And, you know, we knock on wood wherever we may have wood, that I'm in very good health. I just won 2 club championships, not even senior, 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart, and you have to be able to hit the ball a long way. And I do it. He doesn't do it. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. I think I'm in very good shape.
what? This is a circus, in my opinion. This is supposed to be a debate, but yeah, they were talking about health at first, but this, you know, okay.
Feel that I'm as in good a shape as I was 25, 30 years ago. Actually, I'm probably a little bit lighter, but I'm in as good a shape as I was years ago. I feel very good. I feel the same. But I was willing to take a cognitive test. And you know what? If I didn't do well, I aced them.
Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. The reason I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. But by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie. He's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
8. But I have, you know how many?
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Okay, let's
you know
not
how
act
many
like
rounds-
children.
President Trump, we're going to
21.
turn.
Let's not act like children.
Let's see what your numbers are when this election is over. Let's see. You're a whiner. When you lost the first time, you continued, you appealed and appealed to courts all across the country. Not one single court in America said any of your claims had any merit, state or local, none. But you continue to provoke this lie about somehow there's all this misrepresentation, all this stealing. There is no evidence of that at all. And I tell you what, I doubt whether you'll accept it because you're such a whiner. The idea if you lose again, you accepting anything, you can't stand the loss. Something snapped in you when you lost the last time.
Okay. What? I don't know. Of course, this was just a short bit of that whole debate. But it's kind of bizarre, I think. I mean, it feels like a circus from, at least from Donald Trump's side. But I don't know how or why everybody, all the presidents in the United States, as far as I know it, except maybe Bill Clinton and Barack Obama, they're pretty old. Why? Isn't it time to find someone much younger? I think. I mean, the world is changing in a lot of directions, and I think if I lived in the States and I don't know, if it was these two candidates, yeah, I'm pretty sure on how I would vote. But at the same time, I think something needs to be done in your country, because why do your presidents have to be like 75 or 80 years old? Of course, I think some need experience and all of that, but I mean, I think there's a lot of much better candidates than these two. But I know it's a lot about money and like that, and it doesn't really. I get a bad feeling. I wish all you Americans the best, and hopefully it will be clean, peaceful transition of power, and not like last time. Well, good luck to you, and I hope everything turns out the way we all want it to be. Thank you.